Breaking news out of the Supreme Court today. In a shocking 5-4 decision, the court put a stay on a lower court's ruling that would actually expand early voting in Ohio. Now, what's significant about Ohio? Oh, yeah, it happens to be a swing state. And a fairly important one at that. What I don't understand is how people can't see this for what it is. This ruling, this one that reverses, would have restored something called the Golden Week, where voters can register and then cast a ballot at the same time. Oh, wow, that's really handy, right? That sure helps a lot of people, being able to exercise their right to vote. Well, I'm not even going to go into the arguments from the majority ruling because I don't really give a fuck about whatever bullshit reasons they decided to have for this. But really, what it's all about is that it's about making it less likely for poor people and minorities or those who work for a living to get out there and vote. And the real problem, the thing about this is that it's so blatantly obvious that the Supreme Court and people of their ilk do not want you to vote. And look, you're probably going to say, well, it doesn't really matter anyway if I vote, right? They're all the same. Both parties they're exactly the same. Well, in some respects, you'd be absolutely right. But there is enough of a difference to where these people are so scared of you as a regular person getting out to the polls that they actually have to make exercising your fundamental right more difficult than it should be. And that's something to really think about. They are so afraid of you getting to the polls and voting for your own interests because they don't care about your interests. They care about their interests. Not everyone can take the day off in order to go to the polls. And that's what makes this so insidious. Now, the ACLU, the NAACP, the League of Women Voters of Ohio, and there are some other organizations and some churches also made this argument that if you eliminate voting on weekday evenings and Sundays, you end up cutting a lot of people out of that process. And that's what they want. This is by design. Scalia, Thomas, Alito, Kennedy, and Roberts only represent the corporations and their interests. And they do that by keeping people away from the polls. They only want people that are hardcore conservatives and corporatists to be able to cast their ballots. Because that's how we end up with more corporatists and corporate-friendly politicians in office. And of course, they want that because then when they get into power, they can take control, they can confirm and appoint judges. It's this cycle of corporate-friendly people getting more corporate-friendly people into office so they can make more corporate-friendly decisions. Make no mistake about it, this right here, this is how you wreck democracy.